Hi, I'm Janet Halbert. I'm teaching Spanish this year at iTech. Welcome to my virtual classroom. Um, well, this is actually what it looks like for students. They go to Canvas and open up the Zoom, and then they move half of their window to the right side or to the left side of their screen. And then what they need to do is also open up a Google form, Formulario de Google. And when they click on that, it looks something like this. And this is really important for them to have on the left side of their screen. So just getting used to how to open up the Zoom and split the screen is really important for your students to be able to track the lesson and to respond. This is Spanish A, and it's half of a first year high school course. So your student is in middle school now, so that means they're going to take Spanish B next year. And, I like this much better than rushing through a whole textbook in 1 year. They're going to gain so much more from this process. In the first semester, they're going to be using the language to describe people and places. And then in the second semester, putting the people and places into stories. So the focus is really literacy, description, and narration. And the process that we use is to set our target, do a little reading to warm up, and the reading workshop looks like this. The reading workshop is in search of cognates. As they watch me, listen to me read a short text, they're looking for words that look similar to English, and then they do this work on their own afterwards to sort of match up what they see in the text with what it means. And then the heart of our lesson after the reading workshop is a listening workshop. So in the listening workshop, I am presenting them with an image, and we're talking about that image. So by listening and watching, they're able to connect meaning to what they're hearing, and it makes sense. From that discussion, what were the key words? I have them write down a few keywords right here. And then selecting based on the conversation and the images, what did I say? I normally feel how, on Mondays. And then on Fridays, normally I feel, how do I feel? And then we go through these. And so this is all to get a little more input on the vocabulary. And then here we have a little bit of a review, and this is to test your memory, but it's really not a test. It's just an opportunity to hear more Spanish. I feel happy on Fridays, true or false, and that's all in Spanish, right? Okay, so after our discussion, in a typical day, we complete the class discussion with a review, and then we do shared writing. The shared writing is something like this. Well, this is a really short one about the teacher, what she likes and doesn't like. And the students just decided what were the most important things of that discussion that we were going to put into writing. And here's the one based on feelings and the days of the week. So a student helped me come up with the title. We wrote the date together and a few things about the discussion. Then what I do with the reading, or with what we wrote together, is I read it back to them in Spanish so they can hear it. They're also going to hear it again in English. And during this process, they're thinking about how the words are put together, how they're spelled, the word order. And as a result, they're discovering some things about the grammar and the spelling and the accent marks. And then we discovered a rule we could make about the days of the week. They are not capitalized in Spanish. So this is how we get at the grammar and the rules of the language. But first we have to establish meaning, and we have to understand what we're hearing, and we have to have a foundation before we delve into the rules. Okay. And then I always end class with a quick quiz and a reflection. So when acquiring another language, first we listen, we learn to read what we've heard, then we write about it, and finally we're able to speak. So right now, students are not going to be assessed on speaking for quite a while. In fact, their job is to listen with the intent to understand and to try to respond, maybe with a word or two in Spanish, but mainly we're focusing on interpreting meaning. Here are some apps that we use to review and practice on our own or in class. We use Textivate to review. Here's a text about what the class likes and doesn't like, class preferences. So this is Textivate, and then we also use the app Quizlet for vocabulary. That's something else we use. And coming soon is eLit, and that'll be for free choice reading. Text based on students' interests, so they can pick whatever they want to read. And all of these apps record the students' progress. And so how do I know how much they're acquiring? How are they doing? We have checkpoint assessments. So we have already done one. And again, the purpose was just to kind of get acquainted with how we do these assessments. And it's a nice basis for comparing now with how they're going to be doing at the end of the semester. So the World Readiness Standards for Language Learners are the standards that we use for grading our checkpoint assessments. And they are based on communication, literacy, and real-world application. The portfolio project is something that everybody's going to do to track their growth and provide evidence of their growth. And it'll be an essay, one at the end of semester 1 and one at the end of semester 2. If you have any questions, if you'd like to contact me, meet with me, my contact information was there at the bottom of the home page under teacher information. I have office hours Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3:15 to 4:15, and I can be reached at janethalbert@vansd.org. Thank you, and happy language learning. Adios.